Now let's go with Rek. Says, hello, Ave, I'm Rek, and I have been doing 3D for 2 years. Self-taught. My 2D anniversary was 14 days ago. Congratulations, my friend. I was wondering if you could check out my portfolio and give me your honest thoughts about my work and mostly some texture feedback. I mostly consider myself a weapon and prop artist following non-PBR stylized workflow. Let's take a look. Okay, interesting. My friend. See, you have some cool props here, and then you have a lot of things that are not great. First of all, this is way too much. Like, you're trying to expand things a little bit too much here. Like, look at this. This sword right here is the exact same sword, right? Like, this one and this one, they're the exact same one. And it's just like a retexture. You can have one single post. Quality or quantity is not usually the most important thing. Quality is, right? So I love this. I love that you're going for this like hand-painted approach. That's great, but we need to be careful about a couple of things. What is this? Is that UVs? Commission model? It's fun. That's fun. I actually, when I was planning the 3D code course, the hand-painted course, I was thinking about doing something like that, like a trainer dummy as the first exercise, but we ended up doing the crate instead. So some of this, again, look nice. For instance, this one, I like it. It's a good result, I think. But there are a couple of very important things that you need to consider. And the first of them, everyone knows what I'm about to say with this one, right? Metal edgeware, my friend. You don't want to have metal edgeware everywhere, and we have metal edgeware everywhere right now. So break it up. Like, you don't need to have metal edgeware everywhere, because if you have metal edgeware everywhere, then we're not really indicating that this thing is as clean as you might expect. Another thing, be very careful with these gradients. When you add too many gradients or too much, like it starts looking muddy, right? So I'm just gonna grab this color. I'm gonna keep it a little bit more uniform throughout this like top plane right here, right? So I'm just gonna grab that color and just keep it a little bit more uniform right there. That's the kind of stuff that you want to do to generate a cleaner, more uniform effect. For instance, all of that face, I'm just gonna keep like a light face, and then yes, we can increase the contrast here and add another little like glow right there. It really depends. I know there are some styles where things are a little bit more blurred or more like blended. I personally prefer styles a little bit more graphical, so that's why I'm pushing this right here. And be very careful again with the metal edgeware. I feel like the metal edgeware is what's killing this piece right now, because it's not really looking like metal. It's just looking like a plastic, like Play-Doh, right? So that's going to be one of those things. Like here, this is a big crystal, right? So if we want this to really read as a crystal, one of the things that we're going to have to add here are the actual reflections of the crystal. So for instance, we can paint some reflections there. Let's paint another little reflection right here. See how that's pushing the values? And it's all about values. We talk all of about this in the first chapter on the hand painted course. And then even here, sometimes you're gonna see, like, if you want this thing to be very, very shiny, you're gonna see like a big band of like a reflection, right? It's like reflecting the light of the environment. You see that? And then for instance here, one of the reasons why this works is because of the contrast of lights and darks. So if you have some really intense darks and then some really intense lights, that's gonna really push the reflectivity or the specularity of something. That contrast is the secret sauce to material rendering, right? So now that thing is going to look more shiny because we have more difference. And that's one of the things that you need to do on multiple elements, okay? So my advice here, Rek, is let's optimize this thing and let's focus on cleaning. I'm going to give you another advice here. And this is, you're going to love this one. Where's the scarecrow? There we go. So as I mentioned, this one I really like. I think you did a great job on this one. It's a very fun prop. I could see it in the game, but I'm gonna show you two tricks, and these are a little bit of an advanced like tricks that I show on the course, on the hand painted course. Two tricks that are gonna make this thing look a little bit nicer. I'm going to duplicate this, and on this duplicated them, I'm gonna go filter, adjust, and I'm gonna do a levels, and I'm gonna increase the contrast a little bit. Okay, so increasing the contrast is pushing the lights and the darks a little bit more, right? So as you can see, I'm gonna increase the contrast a little bit on the whole thing. Hit OK, and then I'm going to go to the erase tab, or to my erase brush. Let me grab a soft brush here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete that contrast from the lower section. So as you can see, we have a little bit more contrast on the top part and less contrast on the lower section. What I'm doing there is I'm telling my audience, hey, I want you guys to be looking at this top part right here and not too much on the like outer edges, right? And then I'm going to do this again. I'm gonna bring in another like copy of this thing, I'm gonna do filter, and I'm going to do a desaturation. I'm gonna desaturate this thing. Of course, I'm gonna bring the opacity down 30% or something like that. And then what I'm gonna do is same stuff. I'm gonna delete the top part on the desaturation, on the desaturated layer. And what this thing is doing, as you can see right here, is desaturating this bottom part, right? Like the bottom sections of the element. So instead of having this thing where everything is uniformly lit and uniformly like shaded, we add a little bit more contrast on the top and we desaturate the bottom. And see how it pops a lot more? I'm gonna add a new layer here so that you can see it. So this is before, right? Very, very uniform, very, very simple. And this is after, where we make it punch a little bit more. This might be a little bit too much, by the way. Like, we can always sort of like adjust things a little bit right there. But you can see how we bring more attention to this top part than we do to this one. And that's something that I'm seeing quite frequent on a lot of your pieces here, where you do this kind of stuff, right? Where everything is like evenly lit, evenly distributed, and that's not something that is gonna bring too much attention to the different elements. So yeah, that's what I would recommend for you, my friend. I hope this helps, Rec. You have good stuff. I like it, and the fact that you're self-taught, it's amazing. But we do need to study a little bit more on those fundamentals. Okay.